Knockout Legends in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, peeps, what's up? Been a long time. I'm back anyway. So, here to talk about the Fabio Wardley and the Justis Huni fight. Now, I just watched it and it was a great fight, considering it was a last minute step in because Jarrell Miller couldn't fulfill his obligations for some strange reasons, but apparently it was a promotional issue. So that was why the fight didn't take place. But anyway, Justis Huni steps in. And to be fair, we didn't know anything about Justis Huni. You know, only that he was undefeated, tough Australian, really good boxer. And to be fair, this was a great test for Fabio Wardley, because all the way through the contest, he had problems. He had problems dealing with the guys countering, his feinting, his actual technique, everything. He was just a nightmare for Fabio Wardley. You know, he couldn't deal with the guy. He's a young heavyweight, and not just that. He's got a good amateur pedigree. He was just a superior boxer. He was just really good. You know, his actual timing, once he worked out how Fabio moved, how Fabio would set up his punches, you know, his guard was low, you know, he couldn't deal with the way Huni would stay in the middle of the ring and time him and then come back and then just unload on him. And he kept hitting him with his telling shots. His telling shot, I kept seeing, was like a double jab, and then the right, and then the movements to the body, and then going back up to the head, and then moving out of range. You know, but to his credit, Fabio, he kept grinding. Now the first round, and I'd say the second round, Fabio took those just about. But I think that's just because Huni couldn't work out his actual rhythm. But then after the third round, he kind of sussed Fabio out. Then after that, more or less, I'd say it was a shutout. He just kept winning round after round after round by boxing. He was just proper technical, you know, boxing. He was just a masterclass in how to box and how to use your guard, how to use your distance, how to feint, how to disguise your punches, how to disguise your attacks, going down to the body and then going up to the head, then countering with double jabs and then overhand rights, going down to the body with double jabs and then going up to the head, to the point where Fabio was lost frustrated because he'd have moments where he'd detonate and come back with his own shots, but you know, they were just hitting gloves. They were just hitting gloves and arms, because he would tuck up and take in the shots and just ride the storm, so to speak. There was moments where I think Fabio did have a little success and may have got a little bit through, but not out of all the shots that he threw. Maybe one was hit cleanly, and it was like that until the moment of truth where Huni came up with her attack and was attacking Fabio, and Fabio had his hands low as usual. He was taking a couple of jabs and then he just threw a right and countered, and as he threw it, Huni walked into it, bam, just knocked him down, poleaxed him down, and then referee waited. Huni got up, waved it off completely out. Fight's done. And it's weird because, like, I've seen in the comment section some people saying that the knockdown was bizarre because there was no count, there was no nothing, the referee just waved it off. But remember, the referee has to look at the fighter's face and look in his eyes to see if he's still compos mentis, and if his eyes are glazed and he tells him to walk to him and he don't, and then you can just wave it off. But I understand what people are saying. He should have given him a count. It did look a bit sus and it did look like an abrupt stoppage, but I don't know. The referee saw what he saw, and I don't know. Maybe the fight should have carried on. Maybe they should give Huni a chance. I don't know. But it was a bad knockdown. Even though Huni got up, maybe he just wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Unnecessary stoppage or unsudden stoppage? Or do you think Fabio, got a bit of help there? With the judges bought and paid for, or was it just a terrific stoppage and Huni was just out on his feet? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. And that is another one from the one and only Knockout Legends. Peace.